Hey Beans, and welcome to another Animal Jam glitch compilation. As I'm sure you're catching on to by now, I do these every Friday with a compilation of glitches that you all have sent to julian2moments@gmail.com. So please, if you stumble across anything fishy in Animal Jam, email it over and I'd love to put it in one of these videos. Anyways, let's get started with glitch number 1. This is a bit of a weird one, but when Animal Jam added their brand new loading screen, the Jamal loading screen, the heads move, but the bodies don't. Well, what happens sometimes is the heads load, but the bodies don't. And they're just a bunch of floating heads all over the loading screen. Number 2 is my absolute favorite glitch that I have ever seen. It's funny, it's cool, it's interesting, it's unique, just everything about this. And it seemed like you guys thought so too, because I got so many emails about this glitch. I have like 16 times as many pictures as I'm going to show you here. But basically, Animal Jam released snow leopards into Play Wild. No big deal, right? But they weren't supposed to release snow leopards into Play Wild. So snow leopards came out way before they were ready. When you clicked to move with one, it would just move. Like, there was no walking animation, there was no running animation, it would just slide from one point to another. And the best part was, items were ridiculously screwed up. So this was an animal that was in the testing phase that was not supposed to be released for a long time, but Animal Jam released it way before it was ready, and the results were absolutely hilarious. Now, one of the newest items at the time was one of these Jamal hats, so a lot of people were running around wearing those, and on the snow leopard, since they hadn't been refined yet, they were absolutely gigantic. And I don't just mean they were a little bit bigger than normal. I mean, do you see these pictures? To the point where, like, you could barely see anything that was going on in the land because these things were so big. And as you can see, the same was true of the Jamal bow. These things just absolutely took over the game. People were causing so much lag, just filling up their entire screen. There were groups of like 3 or 4 snow leopards all wearing these hats and bows. And it was true of other items too, just people didn't figure it out as much. As you can see, here's a picture of one with a stethoscope and some crutches, and they just look absolutely ridiculous. This glitch is just so cool. I love it so much. Thank you to everyone who submitted these awesome pictures, and it's a shame I couldn't get my hands on one of these to make a video about it. I was a little late to the party. Number 3 isn't really a glitch, but you'll see why I included it in here. In Animal Jam Play Wild, there's a pretty easy in-app purchase to get some sapphires. 250 sapphires is $4.99 and 500 sapphires is $9.99. And hopefully you all know this, but if you didn't, 500 sapphires is twice as many as 250 sapphires. But $9.99 is not twice as much as $4.99. So basically what you can do is purchase 250 sapphires for $4.99 twice, and then only be paying $9.98. Or you can purchase 500 sapphires for $9.99. That doesn't really make sense. Number 4 is pretty self-explanatory when you see it, but this person had just completed a trade and it said trade done, and then somehow it said they sent a trade request. But they didn't send a trade request. That's impossible because the trade done screen was up and you can't perform actions until that thing goes away. So, okay then. In Cammy's Wild Explorer tent on Play Wild, there's a bit of an issue with the new Jamal decorations. You see, these bells that they just added are not quite in the tent. They're kind of just, you know, making their own path, forging their own path through life, just not really following the rules of science or the walls, or where Animal Jam wanted them to go, in the slightest. Number 6 could possibly not be a glitch, but I highly doubt it. Almost everyone in this entire Jamal Township is a host for a party. That doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. Like, I get it if maybe everyone had the same look or something. Maybe it was just a running joke. But no one would just pay a diamond to become part of a running joke. There's no way that would catch on. So this obviously has to be some kind of glitch. But I find this hilarious, especially if it's not. If it's not a glitch, that makes it so much funnier, honestly. And we thought that on the browser version, Animal Jam spikes were out of control. But look at this crazy spiked collar glitch on Animal Jam Play Wild. That's just ridiculous. Well, actually what that is it's a striped tie, but somehow this person put 2 items on top of each other, and the striped tie is not having its best day. Number 8 is another little spelling mistake by Animal Jam. But this one's pretty bad. They didn't just misspell a common word, they misspelled their own holiday. And not even just their own holiday, but the part of their own holiday that is the land that they made up, Jamal. They spelled Jamal with 2 M's. And as you can see in this comparison between the Jamaliday tree hat and the Jamaliday gift shoes, they know what they're doing. Like, someone just added an extra M in there. I mean, you made up both of those words. You made up the word Jamal and you made up the word Jamaliday. You gotta spell your own words right. And speaking of hilarious new Animal Jam spelling errors, there's something pretty cool inside the Wild Explorers journal thing that they tell you about. Basically, in it, it says, with 60 pages of lined, blank, and graph papers, this notebook has room. Number 10 is the most interesting new jammer alive. This shouldn't happen. This person is a new jammer, but they have 6 animals, and that just can't happen. You just can't have that. You just can't have that. And I'm pretty sure that dolphins are member only. I mean, I can't be sure because I've never gone underwater ever, and neither has anyone, so I don't know the underwater that well. But I'm pretty sure that dolphins are a member only animal, and even if they aren't, well, as a non-member, you can't have 6 animals. And you might say, well, Julian, maybe this person got membership and then, lost it, but this person is a new jammer. So what did this person do? Buy membership for a day and then get 6 animals and then, cancel their membership? Can you even cancel your membership? What's going on here? And here's a pretty cool one. This person went into the masterpiece party and then got bored and went into their den. And their den was filled with masterpieces. Now, normally I'd think, oh, this is some sort of weird glitch where Animal Jam just put all the masterpieces from the masterpiece party into their den, and there was some sort of weird glitch where the masterpieces didn't go away and they just resorted themselves to the den. But no, none of these masterpieces were in the masterpiece party. And this person even searched masterpiece to prove that none of these masterpieces were their own. As you can see, they're not. And you may be saying, oh, Julian, maybe it's just someone else's den, but this person pulled up the Edit Den tab, which means that it's their own den. So all these masterpieces just showed up in their den, and they don't even own them. So where did these things come from? The Great Escape from The Great Escape. Yes, this person is inside of the adventure, The Great Escape, and is saying, join me in a queue for The Great Escape. That should not happen. Number 13 is this deer whose name is literally Deer. Who brought along these ducks? Because this person does not own a duck, and there are ducks in this person's den. Yeah. Animal Jam's languages and the different servers of all the different languages have had some problems. People are randomly switched between languages sometimes, and you never know which language you're going to end up in. And some people's dens are different languages than others. But this one is especially weird. I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. Tell me when you see what's wrong. Alright, I cover a lot of cool glitches. I cover a lot of funny glitches. I cover a lot of just generally interesting glitches or just typos Animal Jam makes. But this is a glitch that is actually very serious because every once in a while, these big glitches show up that really affect the gameplay negatively. And this is a big one. These masterpiece glitches aren't very funny at all. You see, people work really hard on these masterpieces. As you'll see in the background, some of these masterpieces are crazy good, and Animal Jam has little glitches, and you can't save your masterpieces. I mean, literally, you can't save your masterpiece. This person was going to buy their masterpiece and turn it into a den item, and the loading bar just got stuck at 100. And it's too late to save the masterpiece onto their computer, and there's no way to save it as a den item because it's stuck loading. So this person literally had to reload the page and lose their masterpiece because Animal Jam glitched. This masterpiece, just looking at it, must have taken absolutely forever, and my boy Gilby is probably heartbroken because of what you've done to him, Animal Jam. These masterpiece glitches need to be fixed and looked at. It's much more pressing than adding any new thing to the game. People's hard work should not be taken away, especially as non-members have only a month to make masterpieces, okay? This is their one shot to spend time making these really awesome masterpieces, so please, come on. And the same thing here. Non-members can make masterpieces, but it appears that maybe they can't, because all these non-members have been getting these messages that say, oops, something went wrong and the masterpiece wasn't submitted. Please try again. But when you press OK and try again, it gives you the same message. And this only happened to non-members. So there seems to be some sort of coding error where non-members aren't actually able to make masterpieces like Animal Jam says they are. So what's the big idea? I doubt Animal Jam is doing this on purpose. They wouldn't release an update and say, hey, non-members can have masterpieces, but then they can't have masterpieces. They wouldn't do that. That's not like Animal Jam at all. So there's obviously something silly going on inside of the glitch, and Animal Jam needs to look at it. It's probably something like there's a little glitch where the game is still in the phase where it's oh, non-members can't make masterpieces, and every once in a while that little bit of code pops up again somehow, or there's some sort of loophole somewhere in the system where non-members still are registered as not being able to make masterpieces, but I won't speculate too much because I don't know anything. Anyways, Beans, thank you so much for tuning in this week for my Animal Jam glitch compilation. Of course, please send your glitches over to julian2moments@gmail.com. I get a lot of really cool glitches, and every week I am stunned with what you guys produce, because every week I feel like, oh, the end. Okay, that was so many cool glitches, but there's no way more stuff can pop up. And every single week, yeah, we get 20 amazing new glitches, and I get to make my absolute favorite videos to make, and apparently you guys as well, because you guys seem to be eating these glitch videos up, and I am so happy because these are my favorites, absolute favorites to make, and going through my email has become so much fun. It's just a nice little way to relax, listen to some music, and interact with fans. So thank you so much for everything you do, and I hope me putting all these emails together is reward enough for everything you do for me. So anyways, Beans, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.